Oh, it's a cheering emote. Do you know how many hours the average player spends in-game? You have to kind of define that, but just to give you an idea, say not bot. Let's say like 5 runes. Yep, now you're the next spit boss. Congrats. So 5 hours, 40 minutes. Oh, spend time learning the game? Yeah, that's tough. That varies hugely. Depends on the player. If you come from, you know, if you've played games like this before, you might you might pick it up very quickly. I came from NetHack, so I feel like I learned the game pretty fast overall. You know, I had ascensions, a few ascensions in NetHack, and in a variant. These poor guys. But if you're, it's sort of, and it also depends on just what kind of player you are. If you're like me, who sort of tends to want to play, I don't know, in a pretty deliberate way that is likely to result in a win, or if you're somebody who's just casual about it and well, I actually can do that in a sense. Depends on who has their nick set. That's just current. That's like 0.21. You can see I don't have that many wins yet. You see Dynas has a ton. Yeah, my wins have been played either on Twitch or whatever, and if I'm playing like totally by myself and I have been playing crawl, I can win okay in like 6 hours. I just don't like to go slowly or quickly because it just increases the chance that you're going to make a mistake. But if you want to play a lot of games like every day, if you want to play a game of crawl every day, you're just going to have to play fast. And I think some people like to play crawl quite a bit, so they're going to just play the game faster. Shout it out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like ultimately anybody can play either style if you're pretty good at the game. Like I could play faster if I wanted to, but I definitely couldn't play with quite the same win rate, and that annoys me, I guess. And other people super don't like spending 10 hours to get a win. They're just like, come on. They don't have the patience for that. Yeah, some people don't care about winning either. But there are players who win with very good win rate and who play just a lot faster. What the heck? Oh, it's okay. Where are you going? I'm over here. Okay. You just... Let's see a shit. Okay, round 2. What is it? You don't like me or what? I guess basically I'm trying to say you have to play this game to have fun, and some people have fun in different ways. Yeah, that was interesting. It was like he didn't have the wandering background, so it didn't look like he was wandering. Yep, we got a lot of artifacts. Buchu shielding, ring of phasing, pretty good stuff. Oh, good. My favorite. Yeah, maybe that is the case. And that's sort of weird. So he was wandering, but I swear I shouted. Maybe I just didn't. Good, then another one shows up. So why not? Well, I do have a ton of MRs, so less of an issue than it would normally be. Nice URL there. Wow, she's banned? I can't believe it. What did she ever do? Nice, now I'm gonna take damage. That crystal thing is good, right? Oh, CBOE you mean? It has some uses. This guy is not going to get much use out of it. You kind of want like 15 to 18 Evo to even consider using it. I think people kind of prefer using stuff like Sublim plus Staff of Energy, but Elliptic is actually kind of a fan of it. In Extended, it can be kind of nice. The problem is if you want to go through Extended in Necromutation maybe, which is a little bit less of a thing these days due to the removal of Clarity Amulets, but it's not easy to use without Clarity, let's put it that way. This was not the way you fight those. I really have not been using Kiku's corpses yet. I guess it's sort of weird this because I have so many things to use in the first place. She did give me the spells that I'm using, so it's hardly going to waste or anything. But yeah, it has some pretty specific like breakpoints for what the chances are for that, And basically, if your MP is sort of, it depends on what your max MP is actually. If you have really high max MP, it needs to be higher. But if your MP is like in the, if it's like north of 10, if it's like 14 or higher, say, if you have maybe 50, it's got like the best, there's like a range where it's got the best chance to not drain you, to work properly. So if you get a drain, it's typical to have like a staff of energy to swap to, get back some MP, and then try again. But yeah, it's kind of a fiddly way of using it, and you need to have some cure potions on hand if you don't have clarity. Clarity is hard to find. So I don't know. It's probably it's cool. The nice thing about it is it doesn't require awful like spamming of like the staff does, or like old Sif used to. But it's pretty quirky. It would be interesting to see stats on how often people are using it these days. I'd guess not a lot. Here we go, Lamp of Fire. Wow, it actually hit something. This fault. Spooky. Wow, it's Dark Souls. Guess I should have known. It's a standoff. Do I have RC? Okay, yeah, I have a ton. Oh, we should pay attention to that. There's Donnie. Ooh. That's not what I wanted. Rip. Okay, played, but you're not going to get a recall. Sorry. Sorry, Mike Pence. I don't know if I can buy all these though. If we got to open that gold trove, right? No way that trove is going to have anything good in it. Pretty comfy with this 30 EV, some AC, some decent SH. Magic and unicorns made of gold. Jeepicus is optimistic. Makes you wonder how many troves has Jeepicus opened himself. Wow. 0. It's a fire giant. Gotta be careful here. All manuals increase your aptitude for the duration that they're active. So you just carry it, and it means you have +4 to whatever aptitude of the manual. So if the skill is relevant, they're really good. But they only last for so many skill points. Yeah, plus sadly no invocations manual. Yeah, the really generic ones like Evo and Invo are pretty amazing, or fighting, maybe spellcasting, because they're good on so many characters. But yeah, they only last for so many skill points, so you'll get some number of levels before they're exhausted, basically. Wow, this is getting a bit much. It's time to go all out. Yeah, this was a nasty vault. For those of you who are newer players, you can see I just sort of like, before the situation got really out of hand, I was already taking steps to add in a bunch of damage or just sort of prioritize things. I wanted the Rakshasas are nasty because they'll start doubling things, so I wanted to get rid of them pretty quickly. Once you kill the Rakshasa, the duplicate thing they made will disappear. And a fire giant showing up is bad, so I wanted to get him taken care of as well. And once I saw some other stuff show up, I started to make some summons, so. As your only, yeah. The way you say that, only air magic spell, you would also want the spell Swift. That's a I would even say an important spell. Although you may never actually use it, it's a really handy escape spell because you're a mummy, so you can't quaff haste. So it's one of the few ways you have to increase your movement speed. And that's another spell that I would definitely want to get. For me, even Swift is probably more important than Deflect Missile, but Deflect is pretty good. Obviously, you got to remember to recast the spell before well, after it expires, because every time it like helps you evade something, it has a chance of removing the demissile status, so you have to recast it. Got a lot of friends here. That's not what I wanted. Well, I'm not sure why you expected Doom RL, because I never streamed that. I wasn't even paying attention if anybody was dying in the thunderclouds. This mage, he's like power mage. Book of Beasts. This is so weird because I can use like any spell. Just don't have the spell levels for it. Three potions of cancellation, dang. Actually, yeah, I got some Malacra and I really have not been using it at all. Spell is a pain. Did I kill him? Large rock interaction's interesting. He'll throw it at the ball lightning and blow him up. Nice. It's not really necessary. I guess I can just like PVC or whatever. Hey, that actually did pretty well. Unlike Dynast, I did not hit myself with the Lamp of Fire. That's why you need to watch the developer play the game. Only they know the techniques like this. How not to hit yourself with a Lamp of Fire. Leave the Lamp of Fire to the professionals. Professional lampists. Once again, Skeletal Warrior, we stand off. Oh, huge score. Oh, it didn't last that long. Rip.